All right. Woohoo! So I am going to finish up the doll. I've actually got, so of course the doll's been completed. The dress has also been completed at this point, apart from the button. And then earlier today, I finished the wig. So this one's going to be fun. The instructions say to glue it on with fabric glue. And fortunately, I happen to have permanent fabric glue. But after I put on the ears and I'm done pinning and gluing this on, I'm still going to stitch it just to make sure it's secure. Because I have some brown thread, because I also sew. All right. This is the headband that'll go around the top part of the hair. And then we have the ears. So that's the first part. Let's see. And then I got some royalty-free music playing in the background just to, because there's going to be parts where I'm not saying anything because I'm so focused on putting this together. So let's see. Space between the ear and the eye is 6 stitches. So you know what? You want everything kind of uniformed. So the ear has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All right. What I like to do is I like to put pins in where the ear's at, so I don't have to worry about too much movement. It seems like there we go. All right. So that's how it's going to end up looking a little bit. And even though it kind of looks wonky right now, when I get the hair on, it won't look as bad. I wouldn't say as bad. It'll look better. It'll look more natural. So here we go. But this really won't take long. The ears are probably going to be the fastest part of this whole thing, apart from the hairband. The hairband was super fast. The hairband was 25 chains, and then that was it. Just fasten off and you're done. Yeah, so I'm already halfway done attaching this ear. So yeah, the ear's super easy. Let me take the pin out. Kids finally went back to school today. I say school, I went to preschool, so for the first 2 weeks, there's really not much going on in terms of what they're learning. All right, so I've already finished this ear. Take that pin out. And then, so here's where I can make my adjustments. The bottom's really rounded, the top not so much, and I want the top rounded. So I'm just going to put my needle through just like this and pull the yarn through. And then I'm going to grab the tippy top of this ear right there. I'm wearing black, so you can't really see it. I'm just going to grab that and I'm going to pull it down a little bit to sort of pull it down a little bit further than it should. I just pull it tight, which kind of rounds it out. So that doesn't look so weird. So, but because I've been manipulating the doll's head, it's kind of out of shape, so I have to push it around a bit. Yeah, now I can just, and so I don't know how most people do it. I assume it's something similar to mine, but I'll put the needle, to secure it, I'll put the needle real far away from the actual ear, right? So I make sure that it kind of looks the way I want it to look. And then I'm going to take this thread and I'm going to bring it through some of the stitches on that row to weave it in, just to give it a little bit of extra security. And it won't look very odd either. Most places, especially since she's gonna have her hair on top, you'll never see it. But so I've brought it through about 5 stitch lengths. Then I'm gonna bring it back the other way so it has a bend that it would have to get through. And every item that I've secured this way has never fallen apart. So it seems to work well. All right, so you can't really see where it's been in at. It's a little tight. Then the last thing you do, which I know a lot of people do, you just shove the needle in, push it until you can't push it any further. It'll go through a hole. And this is when you'll depress the head just a little, or whatever the object is. Snip. And then you sort of massage it. So if it's created a divot, the divot goes away. And now we have one ear attached. Ta-da! With another one to go. And again, I know this looks really goofy because it's like this big ear, and obviously our ears are not as small as our eyes. This ear is as big as her eye, or I guess her eyes are as big as her ears, but that's because the hair is going to kind of overwhelm it and cover it up. So really not a problem. Now we're on to the other ear. If I can find my needle. Go. Okay. So I got to do the same thing. I got to count from about the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place it there. Make sure it kind of looks right. Right there. Okay. I'll pin it. It's probably one of my faster projects because I started this 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago. Do I want it this direction? Yeah, this direction. Started this 2 nights ago, and it should be finished by tonight. So we'll see. I'm going to be starting work. I should be starting my job on Monday. And if I am, then I kind of need to finish some of these projects that have been just sitting around in the queue. So I'm going to try. I have one blanket that I'm working on. If I could stop procrastinating, it'd be done already. But it's a blanket I'm working on for our local church. They do this this fundraiser thing in October, and it's this big thing. You know, the community comes out, the non-church goers and all that. They actually come to this. People from other churches come to it, and it's just a fundraising thing that they do. Okay, need to make sure I have this lined up right. But I'm going to be donating one of my blankets to the silent auction. So that'll be cool. Hopefully it makes more than $50, because if it doesn't make more than $50, hell, I would have just given them $50 because that's roundabout what the materials cost me. But unfortunately, people don't like to pay the price for handcrafted goods if they basically talk to themselves. They're like, well, do I really want to pay for this blanket that I could get, you know, a bigger blanket from Walmart for so much more cheaper, right? But you have to understand there's a lot of time and effort that goes into this. If you're making something for someone, like if someone doesn't have an idea in mind, but they're just like, well, I like these colors, then you've got to be the one to research the pattern that you think that will go well with their colors. You've got to, you generally have to buy the pattern unless it's a free pattern out there. And then you have to, you know, shop around for the fabric. So there's a lot of bits that go into making it, not just the buying the items, like buying the material and then putting it together. You still have to do all this prep work behind the scenes. Sometimes the prep work's fun. So I made this one blanket for a guy, well, for his wife. And I was trying to make it. I had like 13 colors. And I wanted it so that not a single, it was a granny square Afghan, Roseanne inspired. But that one, I got to use an Excel spreadsheet to make sure that none of the colors repeated. So no square was exactly the same as another square on the blanket, which is pretty easy when you have 13 colors and you only have 4 iterations per square. You've got a ton, literally a ton of combinations. All right, so I've got the second ear on. Sticking out there. I don't know why, but it's going to kind of be back. So I'm really not too worried about it for now. The good part is if these turn out wonky while I'm starting to put on the hair, I can just cut the ears off very carefully and then pull out the thread and then make new ones and put them in. So I'm trying to make it look as close as I can to the pattern picture. So, and this is probably one of the closest. I think I said in my last one that the best one I ever did was a set of dinosaurs for a friend and her kids. Those were the closest ones. All right, slash that out. Turn around. Come on. Stab the head. There we go. Massage again. Pop it through. All right. So now she can hear. All right. So I got her head kind of looking how I want. So now comes the fun part, putting on the wig. So the instructions say to pin it first, which I'm going to do. And that's going to be like the most boring for anyone watching this, is because it's going to get really quiet while I'm trying to concentrate. But the first thing I have to do on this is figure out where I started. So fortunately, when I was crocheting this, I can kind of tell. So, because I started going this way. So this is 1, strand 2, strand 3, strand 4. So strand 3 and 4 are going to go, and she's got these like, let's see, does it go like this? No, wait. This is strand, if I started from here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 1. Let me look. As I know, I think 3 is longer than, excuse me. 2 and 3 are the same length. Okay. Now I need water. I'm going to be right back. Did I say water? I meant an energy drink. Oh, much better. Okay. What was I doing? All right, so let's see. So here's 3, 4. Yeah, so I went around that way. Okay. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are going to go on her right, my left. I'm not sure what direction that is for y'all. All right. Man. This has been me all day. I've graduated from the sore throat part of being sick to now it's just the scratchy throat, which isn't much better. So what I have to do is I have to figure where the crown of her head is, like where this part, I'm not a hairdresser or whatever, so I don't know what that's called, where the scalp starts. And I have to figure out where it looks the best. So round 1 will be on the center of the head. So this thing is like, it tells you, oh, it's got to be on the center. Well, not necessarily. If it looks better a different way, go the different way. You don't need to make it look exactly. I mean, obviously you're going to want to try, but I want to make sure it looks kind of natural. So I've got kind of where I want it. So I'm going to take a pin and just pop that sucker. So now it's kind of stable. And then from there, I've got to determine where I want her hair to be. So let's see. Right now, she kind of looks like the green-haired psychic chick from One Punch Man. She kind of looks like that because she's just got the strands of hair in her face. All right, so let's see. 23, 24, and 25 are to be pulled up. But honestly, I think it will look good with some more pulled up. Or at least pulled out of the way so I can work on everything else. That says strand 1 is in front of the left ear and strand 4 is in front of the right ear. So we're going to take 2 and 3 and throw it over her head so we can kind of position this. So I'm going to put another pin just to help with stabilization. Okay, so they say in front of the ear. So I'm going to take my pin. And don't worry, I'll show you all what it's going to look like before I glue it all. All right. So I have strand whatever this is, because I don't know if she means like my facing or her facing, but pop that in. All right. 12 strands behind the ears from S6 to S17. So this is 20. Let's see. That's 19 and 20. So here's 18. So now is when I start kind of filling the back in. So there we go. And this is pretty easy. Once you get the first one placed behind the ear, you just put them right next to each other so there's no gap of the head. There we go. Let me do something real quick. All right, here we go. Got that on. So 18, oh, what did I say about, I only did 17. 18 covers the left ear, and S5 covers the right ear. Oh, I see. Okay. So I'm going to pop this one up too then. I'll make sure I do this right. No, I'm doing it right now, dude. Okay. Let me put that one back in. Let's press that down. Well, I was playing around with this before I added the ears. It took me a while to get this. And it actually looked pretty good. And I did not follow her instructions. So following her instructions might end up being easier than how I was doing it, because it took me a while. So I'm like 4 strands in. This goes pretty fast. Just want to pull it down from the crown and just sort of push it. Let's see. There we go. Here comes another one. Pop that in. All right. Oh, she's a tentacle monster. Okay, we're almost done. There's a couple strands left. Let me see here. There's strand 4. That's strand 5 and 6. So it says 6 goes behind the ear. Okay. So I told my son that if he does really good at nap time, I will make him his own doll. Let's see if they have like a Prince Charming doll or something like that. Something cool. And I probably won't make it with realistic colors either. It'll probably be like neons and black and stuff, because if I'm going to make it, I'm going to have fun with it. Okay, so we have all these random hairs on the head. We got these 2 random ones in the front. But here's what she looks like right now. These up here will all get taken care of and positioned, but there's where the back is. So it looks really good. All right. So on we go to the magic, the rest of the magic. All right. It says that strand 18 will cover the left ear. So it'll just sort of peek over just a bit, I think, is what they're trying to say. But I'm not, I mean, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna go that way, because that wouldn't make sense, does it? Let's see. This is number 18. This is the left ear. Okay. So I guess I'll just put it like, okay, like that. Nah, that's weird because she has in her pictures, she doesn't address. Okay, so she does. I see. She's got it right above the ear. She doesn't have it actually cover it. She has it so you can move it out of the way when you're like playing with it. So you can put it in front or put it behind. So let me just pop that up a little bit more. Same for number 5, which is this one. So let me just, I got that. Okay, so know that piece. S2, S3, 19, 20, 21, 22 are for the bangs. So this one you just sort of do however you want. So let's see, we've got 2, we got 3. This is 19, 20, 21. And then 22 is, that's weird. That's weird to me. I think it should go center. Okay, so 22 is on the other side. I see. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to pin all these in the top back because these are going to get tied by the bow. You can call it a bow, the hair tie. I'm just going to try and pin these down. These things are awesome. You know, I bought these to actually sew with, and they were too long. So I was working on the sewing machine. They'd take too long to pull out real quick while I was keeping the sewing machine running. And I'm like, I'm never going to use these again. And I have just now. I'm using them. So it says that 21 is also. So let's see, we have 19, 20. There's 21, but I think 21 will actually look better back there. I'm just gonna pin that. All right. So let's see. 22 goes that way, and then 3 also goes this way, and they kind of run together. So I'm going to pin this one. There we go. And what the instructions say is that once you have everything pinned, you're going to use the fabric glue to glue everything in place, which is weird to me because a lot of amigurumis that I've done, I haven't done that many with hair, but the ones I have done with hair, you either sew in with the yarn that you're doing, you do it that way like I did with the ears, or you use actual thread. So we'll see. And her hair is like super curly right now. All right, so this is number 2. Oh, she doesn't really show what 2 does, but okay. Here's 20. So 20 kind of goes. I guess I could use 21. Let's see. That ain't 21, is it? But that's 21. Impossible. Impossible. Okay. Yeah, that's 21. Or 22. I don't like the way this one turns. It just looks so much better up here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with it could just be the way in which I did this, but what's interesting is, so I'm looking at it, right? And she doesn't have 2 labeled, which is kind of funny. But okay, so 20 is gonna go, there's 2, there's 20. So I'm gonna put 20. 20 is gonna get swept. Okay, so put this right there. I'm just gonna use 2 like this, because 2 looks fine like this. I like 2 like this. There we go. So I'm gonna pin it. I'm kind of gonna swoop in front of her eye a little bit, and then 20 is gonna get woven underneath it. that one underneath. Okay. Put that back down. All right, so in terms of pinning, get this one pinned, and then I can work on the top. All right. So here is how she looks with her hair pinned. So it's pretty close. Obviously, this is a reversed image from what I'm looking at. But yeah, so now I've got to tie this with the yellow headband, and this is way more than what I'm supposed to have, which, you know, is fine because it looks, she only has 3 of her strands done up in this little ponytail. And if you look, so you have this big crown of her head, and it just, if this is tied up like this, which is how it's supposed to be, you end up still with this huge gap, and it just doesn't look good, in my opinion. So I'm going to see what it looks like with, she's going to have some more loose hair that she doesn't need to have glued down, but I want at least, I guess 4 strands will probably look good. So what I'm going to have to do, you guys won't be able to see this because I don't want to angle this too much, but I'm going to try and stack some of them on top of each other to give it some, there we go. And then she bent it a little bit. Here comes the hair tie. The hair tie is cool because you don't actually, I'm probably not going to tie it too tight so that if they want, they can take it down and play with it. Yeah, I'm really not liking this style because it's not looking how it's supposed to, which is kind of annoying. Like, I don't know if I should just tie it around or if I fold it in half, and it kind of looks like it's folded in half, but with all these curls, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just tied up. I think she'd look fine without it, to be honest. But yeah, no. I think having some free hair or having some hair just maybe glued back a little bit over her crown would look fine. I don't think it needs to have the headband. Like, yeah, like this. This looks so much better in my opinion. And I think what I would do to get that yellow in is I would just take this and kind of add it like a little crown underneath, which looks better in my opinion. So now you may watch this later, but yeah, I'm going to use some artistic freedom with this because the headband just is not working. And I think she will look so much better with her hair back like this. Because remember, the lady who came up with this, she had plenty of time to work on it. Not saying that I do have plenty of time, but it's like, I know that this just is not going to go the way I want it to. So I'm just going to do it. Like, I know it's not going to look like that, no matter how much I manipulate this wig. Maybe if I redid the wig a couple times or use some smaller stranded yarn. But unfortunately, this type of yarn I can't find in the color that I want for this. So I much rather have it. So this looks much prettier. Of course, it's got these like waves in the back. I might steal one for a bang. Let me see. Yeah, maybe that one. I could steal a couple of these for the bangs, though, to be honest. That one, and then maybe this one. Yeah. Oh, this one's super curly. I'm gonna leave that one back there. Oh yeah, those are all the exact same ones. So this one to go. Maybe there. Oh, no, I think it looks better there. See, yeah, for sure. Maybe I can bump it up a little. I don't know. But okay. So now that her hair is fully pinned, I'm going to pin a little bit back here just so it can kind of stay down while I do this bit. All right. So that's what she's going to look like. And that actually looks really good with her hair. The curls can come out, as in like you can sort of pull them and stretch them. They won't stay as curly, so it depends on how long you want the hair. But yeah, there's the back view. So we're going to start with the gluing. Oh no. Oh no. But overall, yeah, she looks really good. I'm quite pleased. Quite chuffed with that, as the Brits would say. All right. Really? I don't know. So this one is like, let's set 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know if I got that long because it's supposed to be slowly remove once a day. Okay, well, that's fine. And pin it back down to dry. Okay. So let's make sure it works. Ooh, yeah, it does. Ooh, come on. No, it's still coming out a little too ferociously. All right. So the problem is I'd like to glue the crown down first, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But we'll see. Let me fix that. Okay. Because I really don't want to ruin how I've pinned everything, and there's a lot of pins in this hair right now. So I think I'm going to have to start with the crown. So let me just try and, because the sucky part of this is like I have to hold the head gently as I go to put all this stuff in, so I don't ruin it. Like these two in the back, I gotta unpin, and then I've got to take out the single pin in the center, and then I'm gonna have to like stick my hand in. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. But yeah, I am going to be putting in, doing a couple stitches, so I don't have to worry about it, coming apart. Definitely, especially on the crown. Definitely going to be doing that on the crown. I would pin this one back in, but because I know I'm going to be doing this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to glue these on, then I'm going to pin it. So, I hope I don't screw this up because this took like 3 days to do. Okay. The cool part about this is it dries clear, so she won't look weird, hopefully. So I'll press that down lightly and pin. Okay. Press this one down lightly. Oh. Just realized I left that huge. She's going to be a bald princess. Okay. Go. Press that one down. Hope she doesn't mind acupuncture. She's going to have her chakras relieved tonight. There we go. And I got a little bit more glue. Come on. Ooh, that was way too much glue. Okay. Alrighty. do. Lo-fi. Man, I can't tell you how much of this, and you probably can't even hear it, it's so quiet. But I used to listen to a whole lot of lo-fi while studying in college. Okay, there we go. All right. So her crown and the top strands are glued in. These two strands are kind of going to get glued down a little bit. Now for the fun part. I'm going to start working my way, I think, that way. So the only annoying part is I'm going to have to be very careful with how I want to do this because I have it in such a good position already. So I'm going to have to do 2 strands at a time. Okay. I wondered how she got the hair looking so nice. And that would explain it. She glued it down. Okay. All right. Okay. That one's on. Now I need to find the one that I moved. Okay. All right. So I want it going. This is the hard part. Okay. So I have this pin down. I got to take this pin out because I'm going to be putting glue over it. Okay. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this pin back in there. All right. Gosh, this is a little stressful. I'm so worried about making a mistake. Not like you can really make that much of a mistake with this because it dries clear. I guess I'm worried about gluing it in the wrong spot now that I've got everything looking nice. Okay, that one's in. And then this gets glued over it. This is so exciting, watching someone crochet, or someone who crochets glue a wig on a doll. What a great way to spend my Wednesday night. Alright, that one's on. Go. Pressing down relatively firmly, as firmly as I can, dealing with a very malleable head. I'm trying to give you guys more of a view. If anyone ever watches this, apart from the guy who I'm making the doll for, I'm a husband. Alright. Go. That one's done. On to this one. Okay. There we go. So the good part is since this is kind of taking a while, by the time I've gone through and glued all these strands on, the top should be relatively set. I mean, I'm going to want to wait, of course, the 24 hours till it's dry before I try sewing it. So I won't do that sewing part today. And then I've got to debate if I want to do eyebrows or not, because I think she kind of looks cute without eyebrows, but the instructions have eyebrows. What's funny though is in the pictures you only see one eyebrow. So I don't know. I probably would have. I did. I pinned the wig on first. I'm like, nah, she looks fine. But I'll still do the eyebrows. The thing I'm worried about, and I've mentioned this before, is the blush. Because I can barely do makeup on myself. Or I'd be doing makeup on a doll. Just seems like it's a bad idea. But I'll have to make a swatch and see how I want to do it. Here we go. Okay. Well, it's going along pretty well. Oh no, which one did I just do? I don't know now. I gotta fill this one up. Okay, I did that one. Okay. See if I can angle this a little bit more. So kind of, there we go. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. You know, it's funny. So it was 82 degrees here. And normally, in most places, they'd be like, well, that's kind of nice and warm. It's a tank top weather. I got out of my car and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to break out my winter clothes. It is so cold. Like a wind gust went through and I was like, ooh, we expecting some snow? I guess this was too cold. I guess that's what happens when you get used to, you know, triple digits for like all of summer. You just get so shocked when it's even a few degrees colder. Although that's 82 degrees. That's 20 degrees colder than what I've been used to. So if you think about it, if you're going from like 60 to 40, that's a big temperature change. All right, now comes the fun part. So you see how this is like really intricately done. I have to unpin it and I have to glue it. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Did I do this bit? No, I didn't. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpin the front part first, glue those on, and then work back on this one here where I have the pin sticking up. Okay. I'm just going to hold it in place for now. Gosh darn, this itchy throat. It's terrible. Terrible. Drive me nuts. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Right. There we go. That one's on. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. This one's going to get like swooped backwards. So it's going to get some glue. Oh, it's going to get some glue there. And it's going to get some glue over this way. And this is a strand that I'm probably most definitely going to want to sew in. There we go. I'm probably going to want to stitch right above the ear, right here when I do it. Okay. Now comes the two special ones, which, let's see, I wanted to do this. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Not so fun part. Put some more on the crown, press down. Then I'm actually gonna put the, no. There we go. Okay. All right, sweet. Got worried there was a big old glob of glue. I'm gonna freak out. Okay. So then it goes like this. All right, so I gotta get some glue there. Interesting. So this lo-fi music actually sounds a bit like Charlie Brown's Christmas. I wouldn't be able to play it, would I? Because then it'd be a copyright strike. But all right. This one goes over and in. Okay, I kind of like the way that this bit here, this little swoopy bit, stays by itself without pins. So because of that, I'm not going to pin that in. Now I just have 2 more strands down here that I've got to glue in. Come on. Go. Boop. And then last one, the one that goes behind the ear. So what I'll do, her hair will be done. Yay. Okay, so her hair's done now. I kind of need to put a little bit right there. Yep. Right there. And just, I think that's the part where I said I was gonna like sew it in. And I can see exactly why I'd want it sewed in, because it actually looks really good right like that. Push that in. Okay. So she's got her hair all nice and done, except for her chew there. So the other ones are really curly. These are not. So I'm gonna add a little bit more glue and just pin them a little bit further down. I don't want to put her. I don't want to put her head down, but she's about to be. She's about to be, because I just want a little bit of glue, just a little bit. Right. There we go. Press, press, press. I just realized. So there's this a friend of ours. Her daughter's having a birthday this Saturday, and the theme is princess theme. So heck, I need to make one of these for her as a gift if my kids don't pick a gift, but I'm sure they will. Just need to glue this bit down a little bit more on the crown. Okay, there we go. All right, pop that in. She's gonna be all ready for the ball. She's gonna be the Southern Belle, the beauty of the ball. Yeah, so I think doing her hair that way looks just so much better. Eyebrows, I suppose you can get eyebrows. I can still sew them in. I just have to wait till this glues, like till this dries. Here she looks like. See, this is Gypsy. You may watch this, and you know the image that this is from. But I think that this looks. Well, the other one is cute. I can't replicate it, so I think this is actually really adorable, in my opinion. All right, so now we get to try on the dress, because the hair's gluing. Well, this is such a heavy head now. All right, so here's the dress with the bow and the little petticoat. So here we go. Oh gosh, it's so heavy. It's no wonder. The first one the first video I was talking about how she put a third arm in the head. Maybe I said that, but she'd put a third arm in the head to add for stability, and I can see why. In fact, maybe a wooden dowel would have helped with stability, because this wig, this hair piece, is very heavy. It's making it hard for me to manipulate. I mean, once the hair is dried and sewn on and all that, it won't be as big of a deal. Ooh, but boy, is she, Ms. a wobblehead. I thought, she's looking great. It's everything's working out well, but man, I thought her head was going to be really sturdy, but with this wig on, whew. All right, now it's time for the review. Ta-da! Oh, doesn't she look so pretty? And that hair, yeah, the hair is definitely perfect. I think it will add eyebrows. She sewed on a nose, which of course she doesn't give it directions for, which is fine. But like, and it looks like she put some, she didn't say, but now that I'm looking real closely at the photos, she's got a little bit of white yarn right underneath the eyes to accentuate it, and she's got a little bit of brown above the eye to make sort of like that line, eyelash line, because she has cute little eyelashes. But yeah, overall I'm quite proud and happy this turns out. I mean, what's really crazy is you can't see her ears, which is good because you honestly can't tell if they're big ears or not, which is fine. Oh, I gotta glue this bit down a little bit though. But yeah, I think she looks absolutely fantastic. Like, not just because I made her, but yeah, she's looking pretty spiffy. Looking pretty spiffy. And it's got to glue this a little bit down. Please don't have a lot of glue. Okay, here we go. Just pin this in. I knew this would take a while. The wig itself took me, I think, about 2 hours. It's probably one of the most complicated ones because you want to make sure almost every single strand, I say almost, not true, strands 6 through 17 are the exact same size. Strands 1 and 4 are the same. Strands 18 and 5 are the same. Strands 2 and 3 are the same. Strands 23, 24, 25 are the same. Strands 21, 22 are the same, and strands 19 and 20 are the same. So, but there's a lot of variation, so you really have to pay attention while you're doing it. But there it is. Yep. Oh gosh, boy, it's a good thing that she had the added head. But yep, she's all done. And that's it for me. Y'all have a good night.